Welcome back to Women in Business Wednesdays. We have not had one of these in a while, and I am excited because we have our first guest that is outside of FFL. She's still a woman in business, obviously. She's a boss babe. Welcome, Ashley Clark.
Hi.
She is the owner, designer, the founder, the CEO, the boss babe of Soigne Luxury Designs. Did I get that right?
Accessories.
Accessories.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Soigne Luxury Accessories. And she is based in Baltimore, Maryland. So welcome, Ashley, to Women in Business Wednesdays. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. So here's how we connected. Is so my executive assistant is besties. I think they're besties
With
with
your
yours, right?
executive.
So that's pretty dope. So they're like, we got two women in business that we're going to put together. But this is exciting because, like I said, you're our first guest who's not in insurance and does not work directly with the company that I work with. So welcome again, Ashley. So tell everybody a little bit about your accessory line, what it encompasses, how you got started. Just give us some background about yourself and your business.
Sure. So I have 5 lines: baby, home, women's, everyday, women's couture for hats, and men's. It's called Monsieur. I was in law school and dropped out to pursue this passion.
Oh,
Thank God
wow.
it worked. Thank God it worked. Um,
Right.
thank the Lord, count my blessings every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're located in Baltimore. I design everything. We manufacture it. The majority of it at our flagship in Baltimore on Thames Street in Fells Point. And yeah, that's just a little bit about me.
Okay. So you were going to law, you dropped out of law school, right?
I sure did. I wanted to be
Oh.
a cutthroat criminal defense attorney. And on that journey, I found my moral compass.
So you were like, this is not for me. Like, never mind.
I
I don't
am
want to be
not
a
as
cutthroat.
evil as I thought I could be.
What made you decide to get into that initially? To go to law school to be a cutthroat defense attorney?
Oh, to go. Well, I just thought, honestly, I was a Redskins cheerleader at the time. And shout out Washington. But it just seemed I needed something after that. And honestly, this is gonna sound so bad. I just was like, yeah, let's give grad school a try.
Okay.
And I am horrible at like basic math, and just a way around the GMATs was the LSATs. So
Okay.
I was like, I could get into law. I would be a fun lawyer. Like this would be,
Okay.
and yeah, that's how I originally literally decided to go to law school. Was just I
Okay.
was like, that'll do.
And then why did you decide to drop out outside of your moral compass? Like, what did something happen specifically?
Yeah, so I was just working with a firm, doing just an internship through school, and we took on a case that kind of like rocked me morally. We had won the case, and
Mm,
I knew the guy. I don't know, but in my heart of hearts, I thought he was guilty, and I was like, this is not for me. Like
wow.
I can't do this the rest of my life. I just knew that I would end up being like a shell of a human being. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's good. Good for you, because a lot of people would have just been thinking about the money and doesn't matter morally. You know what I'm saying? So good for you
No,
that
yeah.
you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So then from there, then what happened?
So from there, I called my parents, who freaked out. They
I'm
were
sure.
like, do you even sew? Like, have you sewn anything in your life at all?
Right. And so you said, well, I'm
Um,
going to open an accessories business. Is that what you told them?
well, so it originally started as hats. So I was
Okay.
gung ho on. I had a dream after I left school, or before I'd left school. I had a dream that woke me up out of a sound sleep, and I saw myself ringing the bell at the New York Stock Exchange, and I saw the name of my company, and it just was such a gravitational pull. I don't know if anyone believes in like a calling, but
I
this
do.
to me was like the universe was speaking to me. And
Okay.
I had said, after that whole situation with school went down, and I had, I'm spiritual. I'd kind of said, like, universe, Lord, if like I'm meant to do this, people are innocent, but, convicted all the time. It literally
Mm-hmm.
it happens all the time. I'm like, if I'm meant to, do that avenue, just give me a sign. But the sign was the hats. So I was like, back, like, I was like, oh, good. Perfect. We're on the same page.
Well, that's good. Good, you got a sign, period, right? So,
Yeah.
so now, and how long ago was that?
That was 4 years ago.
Okay, and so fast forward to now. Let me ask you this: would you have imagined 4 years ago that your business would look like it does today?
No.
Okay.
It's been crazy. Yeah, it's been wild. I mean, I've been in like a million publications, not a million, but a ton of publications. We were just in Vogue in December, which was
Oh,
wild.
wow. I'm
Yeah,
talking to a superstar. Wow. Look at
no,
that.
no, no. I'm like, but yeah, no, I mean, COVID in a weird way, COVID really helped with the expansion of the company, allowing me to kind of hunker down and design more products, which is where we're at now. We have so many lines, and it originally just started out with, English country tea hats, derby hats, fascinators, stuff for Preakness and that kind of thing. And yeah, no, it's crazy now.
Oh, that is awesome. So that's like
Yeah.
such a success story. And it sounds like really just getting started, right? So that's where you are today. So your dream, it sounds like you're on track to be on the New York Stock Exchange at some point and ring that bell. Is that one of the goals and one of the plans is to eventually become public?
Oh, 1,000%. And like never fly commercial ever again and like own my own private island and just,
I
you know what
love
I mean?
it.
Like go F off somewhere. Yeah, that's definitely the plan.
I mean, listen, Valentine's Day is right around the corner, right?
Sure
So
is.
when this airs, it'll be, Valentine's Day. So what suggestions do you have for someone for a Valentine's Day gift?
So I'm coming out with, they're already designed, they've already been produced, 6 new earrings for Valentine's Day with a Valentine's Day theme, 6 new headbands with a Valentine's Day theme. I always say, depending on the length of the relationship,
Yeah,
that's why we sell candles, because we hand pour candles at the store.
that's for those new
Candles
relationships.
Yeah, candles is like, oh, it's you, but I don't want to be a jerk. You know what I mean? And we have
Right.
earrings, everything from, earrings that scream, I love you, to earrings that are like, hey, you're cute. I like this whole thing that we've got going on,
Okay,
So,
that's
I mean,
cool.
listen, you can never go wrong with jewelry. Women love jewelry on Valentine's Day
Absolutely, and candles.
and candles.
Yeah, I love candles. So what's the price points actually on your candles? Like, I'm just curious.
They're $37 for every
Okay,
candle. Mhm.
and you said that you do those yourself, right?
Yep, you can check us out on TikTok. We have a bunch of videos of me
Oh,
making the candles and the scents. They come in beautiful white ceramic jars with bamboo covers, and they're
okay.
just so my dad owned a candle shop before he passed away. So it's just kind of an ode to him. It makes me feel closer to him. And
Yeah,
it's
that's cool.
yeah, it's just like it's an I love you to my father. And like, who doesn't love a candle?
Yeah, that's what I say. Everybody loves candles. So when we're done here, I'm going to check your website out some more. Zakira showed me a couple things, but I'm going to like really, really go through. What would be your biggest piece of advice to someone who might be thinking about doing the same thing that you thought? You know what I'm saying? They're doing something that they know is not their calling, but there's something that's calling them. What advice would you give to someone that, a woman or a man who wants to make that leap from wherever they are to something completely different? It's just in their dream and in their heart. What advice would you give that person?
Grow a pair and jump, and the universe will catch you. I mean, no, truly. I mean,
I love that.
obviously success is when preparation, and opportunity kind of combined, right? Like I'm a firm
Right.
believer that luck and success are you prepare, you work really hard, and you're putting enough of that in the universe where opportunity presents itself for you to become successful. I'm
Right.
a firm believer that is to happen. And, you know, just, you got to surround yourself by the best people that you can, that really support you, that get your vision. Trim a lot of fat in your life, in terms of like people that don't support you, that, you know, even like the backhanded comments, like, you know, in the last 4 years, I've really whittled down family and friends. It's unfortunate, but it happens the more successful that you become. And then when you're in the trenches and you're overwhelmed, just to remind yourself of the bigger picture and what's in your heart, because that's going to be the only thing that sustains you when it's 3 a.m. You haven't slept in 3 days. You're making 7 hats for, you know, a client who can't decide on what they want. And like, you know what I
well,
mean?
that sounds like a good problem to have.
I love my job. I love my job. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. No, that's great. So talk, and you hit on something important. You know what I'm saying, about trimming the fat, and you said friends and family, right? A lot of times your friends and your family are not going to support your vision. Like you said, you called your parents and they were like, "Oh my God," you know. So, and
it took them 2 years. It took 2 years for them to get it, and now they love it. I mean, now my mother thinks it's her company, but like, you know, she'll literally on Facebook, "Oh, do you see these new bags we just came out with?" I'm like, "Ma'am."
So okay, and so but it wasn't like that at the beginning.
No. They thought I was a raging lunatic. Yeah, no.
So how did you like minimize? Because a lot of times people, because of the, you know, the talk and the stuff that people say, that gets them going. Well, let me go back to my job, or let me go back to where they want me to be. So what did you do to make sure that didn't get in your ear and cause you to lose focus on your goal?
I had such a undeterred belief in what I needed to do that it didn't matter what anybody said, literally. And since I'm not classically trained, you know, I get backlash all the time from people that might have gone to school for this, and you know what I mean? And it's one of those things where you really have to hone that thick skin mentality and like laugh all the way to the bank. Like, no, who cares what anybody else says? Because if you work hard enough, the Lord rewards, like the universe. And if you get up every day and you're like, this is it, and it's not easy, like it's not, I'm not saying that this is an easy road by any means, but it's worth it. And I think I mean, I get to wake up every day and love like what I do and be grateful for what I do. And to me, that's worth its weight in gold. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's dope. The other question I have is, what do you think is the biggest difference? Because a lot of times people think, oh, I'm going to be an entrepreneur, I'm going to work for myself, and I'm going to work less. What do you think about that?
Who knew you were a comedian?
This is probably the best interview ever.
Work less. No, be prepared to work more. like, are you kidding? I know. Yeah, it's around the clock. I mean, and I started the company with no one in my apartment. So, you know what I mean? And even now with my team, I have a beautiful team of 7 people, and it is, no, it's just like you and time aren't friends. Like,
right, no.
You know what I mean? You know, but when you work like that and you love it, it doesn't feel like work. That's the only thing I can say about that. So, you know, when we're in the studio for all hours of the night and my assistant is here with me, there'll be times it'll be 9:00 at night. And I'm like, what are you still doing here? And he's like, well, you're still working and you didn't tell me I could go home. And I'm like, go home. Like I'll be here. You go. Like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But again, like when you love it, and also too, when you love it and you, like I said, you surround yourself by the right people and then they love it too. It just shows in the work, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, no, kiss your free time goodbye.
Yeah. Exactly. And so many people that come in and they're like, oh, I work for myself, I can just make my own hours. That doesn't mean that you can go, grandma needs to go to the doctor, that you can take grandma to the doctor. You have to put in more time if you want to be successful at any point. So
Sure.
I think
So
those are all great points.
Yeah, so I had to take my dog to the vet today, and those hours will be made up later today. Like,
Yeah, right, exactly. So it's not less work; it's even more work to get to your goal. So Ashley, if somebody wants to buy, something from your store, how do they find you? Because you have a brick and mortar store, right? And you also have a
Sure,
website.
I
Well, of
do.
course, you have a website. But where do they? You said Fells Point on Thames Street.
Yep, 1643 Thames Street. You can Google the location if you need to. That's our brick and mortar. You can come, you can try product on, you can check product out, touch it, feel it, love it. My girls on the floor, they are amazing. And one of the best parts about our job is we get to make people feel confident and beautiful. So come on down there. SoigneAccessories.com. You can check us out there. You can order online, pick up in store. We ship worldwide, which is amazing. You can order from Facebook. Like, there are a million avenues for us. You can shop on Instagram. Soigne Luxury Accessories is our Instagram handle. We're actually doing a giveaway right now. If you go onto our Instagram, follow us, tag 2 friends, we're giving away mink earmuffs, mink gloves, and a mink purse. We announce on Wednesday.
So can you can I just, can you pick my name? That sounds awesome. So it's just like the first person. Say it again, because I'm about to do it right now.
So you have to follow us, repost our post, and tag 2 of your friends, and they have to follow us too. And then what we do, we print out all the names. It goes into a big thing. We shake it up, and I just plop one out.
All right, so I'm gonna put my bid in today as soon as we're done here. So that's exciting. But thank you so much again. Thank you for your time. I am excited to see your growth. I'm gonna definitely pop by when I'm in the area. When I'm in Fells Point, because I'm in Baltimore too, but I'm in Baltimore County. So I'll stop by and say hi one day. But thank you so much, Ashley. This was amazing. For our first guest outside of insurance, I mean, this is probably one of the funnest.
We're setting the bar.
I don't, like, all the interviews after this might be boring. Like, but thank you again. I appreciate. Thank you for your time. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Happy holidays, and I hope everyone has like a fantastic new year, and it's going to be great. I just think
2023, here we come.
That's right, baby. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.